is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. Alongside of me, Alex Nafusi.
Hey, buddy. Good morning, man.
There you go. Plug yourself in, Alex. What's going on, man?
I was talking to Lesson about golf, man.
Guys can't get rid of that golf conversation nonstop, 24 hours a day.
He was talking about Ben Crane, the only guy slower than Jason Day on the tour.
Oh, and he's leading the tournament going on now?
He's not going to win. He's not even going to. No, he's the slowest guy in the history of golf.
I know Jordan Spieth is definitely on his heels today, so we'll keep an eye on that. And we got Tiger Baseball later this afternoon here on 97.1. But first, 1 hour of the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate and Business Show, and we brought Dan Dubinsky from downtown Royal Oak, Skyward Realty. Hey, Dan.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing today?
Pretty good.
Why don't you turn your mic on, buddy?
Oh, sorry.
Can we get that? There you go.
There you go.
Not too bad. 902 if you're just joining us. We are going to answer all your questions about mortgages and real estate. The conversation is always pretty interesting. Of course, the Fed met this week. Really shook rates up a little bit. Some of the conversation is leaning and hinting towards bumping up the Fed funds rate again, which is really interesting because last time they bumped up the Fed funds rate from 0 to quarter, Alex, of course, rates got better. And right now we're still in sort of that better mode than we were last year.
Well, there's not a direct correlation between the Fed funds rate and in residential mortgage rates. The Fed funds rate is the interest rate that banks lend money between each other on an overnight basis. So there's not a direct correlation. And so I don't want people to panic about rates going up. I think that interest rates as a whole are really keeping the economy together right now, and people are they're allowed to borrow money at a very low rate and make their investments, purchase homes.
Yeah, I mean, home values have gone up a lot. What that means for some of the sellers is great news. They get a good chunk of money when they sell their house. Problem is, if they're going to be a step-up buyer, those homes are more expensive. Dan, of course, values continue to rise here in Southeast Michigan. Home buying season's been just nonstop. It's really been nonstop since 2000. I'm going to say 2010. Many families taking great opportunities out there to buy in the last few years. But now when you're buying, the values, the prices, you got to pay top dollar to get that house if you want that location.
Yeah, certainly do. We're looking at multiple offers again, and it's the lack of supply is what's happening. We don't see a lot of new homes out there. The homes that are out there have been there, sitting there for a while. They're overpriced, and the sellers aren't motivated. So they're kind of just testing the market. But the ones that come up that are priced right and look, they've put their house together right, they'll sell really quick.
Right, definitely meet with a real estate agent and get that house staged. There's a lot of great information you can have just by having a professional real estate agent come to the house and get a third opinion. I mean, there's different things. When you have strangers come over, they see things a bit differently than you do. So whether it be the curb appeal, something inside the house, something that needs to be tidied up. A lot of times peeling paint is a sign of neglect. And little things like that, sometimes the house can be under neglect.
People might think I'm picky, but when I list the house, what I do is I take the seller out of the house and start fresh and walk in like they're a buyer, right? First thing you do is you look at the curb appeal, go in there. If the door doesn't open, the lock is messed up, all those little things add up. It's setting the stage of getting in that home and then going through the front door. People say, "Oh, well, that lock's messed up. Just go through the side door." It's not what you want to do. You want to set it up going through the entryway like anyone else would do. And it's really important that every little thing is put together as much as possible.
Yeah, we've had some nice weather out there, so definitely a lot of families have that opportunity to go outside and clean things up. I mean, enough rain out there. It's green. It's spring. Spring has sprung. That's our line there. We put that out on the Facebook page there. But
Spring has sprung.
Spring has sprung. That was a good. We'll give you credit for it, Steve. Don't worry.
That's amazing.
Hey, we want to tell you that Capital Mortgage is open all day long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's where you can find a full staff of professionals. Get that approval letter in hand. Talk to real mortgage professionals. One of the key things about the approval letter and your offer is that mortgage in the purchase agreement go hand in hand. So you actually have to know what type of mortgage you're going to get, what type of mortgage you qualify for, concessions. There's so many different things that go into the mortgage and the purchase agreement. Those things have to be tidied up. And how important is it to get that approval letter right in advance?
Well, that's why it's so important to make sure your realtor and your loan officer have a great relationship. They've sat and they've talked prior to writing the offer. How are you going to structure it? What can we do if it doesn't appraise? Figuring out what would happen, especially in this climate with the multiple offers, how can you get around some of those contingencies and get your offer seriously looked at?
Yeah, we've got a lot of offers going out there. And again, some families just aren't having the luck. And we've talked about some different strategies. We'll talk about that a little bit later today. Some different strategies you can do maybe to get your offer looked at in a different way. We've talked about the escalation clause on that. We've talked about a nice, kind letter on how you want to raise your family in here and complimenting the sellers. And complimenting the sellers. And those things are still working.
I think that it's very important for any your real estate agent to approach a listing agent and say, hey, listen, this is I'm married, we have a little kid, we have a school district. I mean, present that offer. You have to. I mean,
it's emotional for a seller to sell their home. Imagine a lot of these people have been in their homes, raised families in there. So it's not all about the monetary, the dollar amount. It's about who that home is going to, and is it going to be something that they feel that it's an emotional decision. They want to go to a good home or a good family. Well, and taking the time to write that letter does go a long way.
Yeah, anytime there's a multiple offer situation, I mean, for all. This is what kind of, I almost swore. This is what kind of bums me out. This is something else. But, you've got some new agents in the market right now that, a month ago they were, a month ago they were playing drums at a bar, and now they're a real estate agent. And, and now they go, the market's up, I'm going to become a realtor. And don't ever just scan over a purchase agreement to a listing agent and say, this is my offer. You need to go in old school, walk into the office, say, hey, Dan Dubensky, Alex Nafusi, what's up, man? We're, I have these young homeowners, they want to buy this property.
And in this climate where you have multiple offer situation, the way I tell my buyers is, look at it, when you're writing an offer, you're starting a race and you got to get over these hurdles.
Yeah, I like that.
Those hurdles are contingencies. The less hurdles we have to get over, it makes the seller feel safe. If we only have to get over the appraisal hurdle, right, then, hey, we don't have to have the inspection or whatever. And the reason I always recommend having an inspection with the exception of condos. Some condos we know are good. We know the financials. We know the bylaws. Hey, listen, there's 5 other offers. Let's get rid of those hurdles. And now all we have is one to deal with.
Yeah, in a condo, maybe something like that could be avoided. And you sort of know what you're already getting, right? There's other units in there. You can talk to your friends who live in the unit around the corner.
You're dealing with a real estate agent who sold 20 of them in the past year there, then you know what you're looking at, right? So that's important. Now you have another agent who hasn't dealt with that unit before. They don't know, so they're going to add that extra hurdle, contingency, and that's going to be one extra thing that has to happen for that purchase to go through.
Boy, a knowledgeable agent is key right there.
Without a doubt. All
right, 248-539-9797. Definitely a housing shortage. We're suffering it here in Southeast Michigan. Even Lawrence Yun, the chief economist for the NRA, which is the National Association of Realtors, think the bright spot is some recent building permit information that says that, yes, the builders typically do start digging more holes.
Time out. NAR.
Oh, did I say NRA?
NRA is the National Rifle Association.
Okay, National Association of Realtors. I got that.
What time did you go to bed last night?
How do you do it?
Don't look at me, man. I
went to bed at a good time.
I'm officially old. I was home, and wait, hold on. I had my buddies Kai's and Coconut over. Natalie grilled chicken. I was home by 5 o'clock. We played cornhole. I like beanbags. I mean, we sat on the deck and went to sleep.
I do see you reviewing your text and surprise and look on your face like, wow.
Yeah, I'm like, oh boy.
Hey, we're going to take all your calls here in the studio. 248-539-9797. Always want to talk about purchasing homes, getting that approval letter. Lots of different information out there. I mean, U.S. existing home sales, of course, have been up. They're up again, 1.7% in this quarter. However, like all statistics, they're based on your region. But here things are gangbusters. If there's any slowdown, it's not in the Midwest. And in the articles I was reading last night, the Midwest is right now the strongest point. Areas across the country that aren't doing as strong right now is the Southwest, believe it or not. The Southwest isn't as strong as the Midwest or even the East Coast for that matter. But lots of opportunities here. Find out where you fit in this. We'll talk about home ownership. Renting is throwing money out every single month. Home ownership, the key, the goal is to pay off that loan and own the house free and clear one day. Then you've got an asset. Then you've got some equity, and that equity is key. So many families now taking advantage of their equity in their house. And we're going to talk about cash out refinances too. But first, let's move on to our call here. We got Dave out in Northville to start things off. Hey, good morning, Dave. Welcome to our show.
Hey, how you doing?
Good morning, sir.
Question is, thinking about buying a lake home and wondered what the best way would be to use equity in a current home or to consider other options.
Is your home in Northville free and clear? Is it paid off?
No, but it's probably it does have equity of maybe $250,000 to $300,000.
And how much is the purchase price on the lake home you're looking at?
Probably in the same range.
So you can't you can go to 80% of the appraised value on your primary residence. So you can go that route. I mean, Dave, quite frankly, buying a second home is just like buying a private residence. There's no adjustments to rate or costs. It's a very, very simple transaction.
Yeah, just 10% down. As long as you're putting 10% down or more, then it's just the same as a regular mortgage.
But remember, your taxes are increased. You're not getting the homestead exemption on the second home.
There you go. The only thing to really look out for. Where are you looking at, Dave? Where are you thinking? The inland lakes or the big water?
No, inland lakes.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm off of Cass Lake right now, and I built one years ago on Sylvan Lake. And I'll tell you, I've always liked the lake living. It's always like you can tell when you put my boat goes in the water because then the clouds come out. So you'll definitely know this week when it drops in the water. But what lakes are you looking at?
Something within a couple of hours, probably southwestern Michigan.
Okay, so a lot in Jackson to look at, in the Irish Hills area. Good, it's a great call.
Irish Hills, or maybe even a little further west.
Well, we would love to get you approved for that mortgage. Stay on the line here, and when we come back, we'll give you some more information. 248-539-9797. We'll be right back.
97.1 The Ticket. Did you know there's more than one Las Vegas? There's the Strip with families on vacation and questionable odds. Then there's downtown Vegas, the original gambling and entertainment mecca. That's where you'll find the D Las Vegas. Book your stay today at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Everyone knows the best fishing spots are the ones far off the beaten path. And when you've got a Ram 1500 with best-in-class 29 miles per gallon highway, you can discover them before anyone else. It's that kind of uncompromising leadership that has more people driving Ram trucks than ever before, and why they're America's longest-lasting pickups. Join us now during the Ram Memorial Day sales event. Well-qualified returning FCA employee lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2016 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 with 23 MPG highway for $219 a month for 24 months with $219 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. Based on standard pickup class. EPI estimated 29 MPG highway based on available EcoDiesel V6 4x2 HFE model. Based on escalating total retail sales of calendar years 2009 through 2015. Based on IHS Automotive VIO registration data for all brands of GVW 1-3 pickup trucks continuously sold in the U.S. since 1988. Dodge and Ram have the highest overall percentage still on the road. Call 1-877-RAM-5722 for details. Requires dealer contribution at least through Ally. Lessee is responsible for termination fees. Current lease must end by 6/1/17. 20-cent charge for each mile over 20,000. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 5/31.
There's a movement happening in the world. More and more people are switching from allergy pills to Flonase Allergy Relief. No surprise, really. Flonase outperforms the #1 non-drowsy allergy pill, and it's available over the counter in full prescription strength. If you haven't joined the movement yet, try Flonase today and see how you can be greater than your allergies. Flonase changes everything.
Total nasal symptom relief versus 10 milligrams single ingredient Loratadine.
Flonase Allergy Relief lets you enjoy the great outdoors again. And now Flonase wants you to enjoy it even more by giving one lucky Detroit listener a $5,000 backyard entertainment package, including patio furniture, a grill, and an outdoor theater. Simply click the Flonase banner at 971theticket.com to register. Plus, all entries are automatically entered to win a fabulous grand prize trip to beautiful Hawaii to smell the flowers and enjoy the outdoors with Flonase Allergy Relief. Flonase Allergy Relief is available at your neighborhood Meijer. No purchase necessary. See rules for details.
Weingarts, everything from lawn to snow.
Hi, I'm Dan Weingarts. For over 70 years, our family has been helping Michigan families like yours find everything you need to care for your lawn. Over the years, we've grown with you to offer the unbeatable selection of outdoor power equipment you've come to know and trust. And our experienced technicians and unmatched parts inventory keep your equipment running like new. During our Time to Mow sale, check out the Cub Cadet XT Enduro series of lawn tractors. They take the already high standards of Cub Cadet tractors to a new level with unmatched durability, handling, and comfort. The Cub Cadet Premium XT2 and XT3 tractors offer a performance package that you only find at independent retailers. Our customers say they appreciate our great selection and honest answers. We're proud that these values have helped us become one of the top independent power equipment dealers in the country. Visit us in Utica, Farmington Hills, Cedar Springs, Clarkston, and Ann Arbor, or see all of our Time to Mow specials at Weingarts.com. From our family to yours, thank you for letting us serve you.
Weingarts, everything from lawn to snow.
Welcome to Staples.
Staples guy, my company has like 7 different printers. How's your ink selection?
Behold, Staples Wall of Ink.
Just wow.
A huge selection of ink and toner guaranteed in stock.
Hello? Awesome.
If it's not, we take $10 off and ship it to you free.
Pinch me. I said pinch.
I heard you.
New low prices on ink and toner and an in-stock guarantee. Staples. Make more happen.
In-stock guarantee applies to in-store selection only. Out-of-stock ink and toner will be ordered from in-store kiosk with $10 discount plus free shipping applied. Limit 1 cartridge per customer.
This is Charles Osgood. Tax compliance can be a real pain for businesses. That's why I'd like to tell you about Avalara's powerful tax automation technology. Avalara simplifies sales tax and other business taxes with real-time tax rate calculations and automatic return filing. Avalara's software already integrates with your accounting, e-commerce, and point-of-sale systems, so it couldn't be easier. Find out how the good people at Avalara can help you at avalara.com. That's AVALARA.com.
Text the ticket anytime, 24/7 at 97136. The Gallianos Van Dyke Dodge Ticket Text. Don't overpay. Get into Gallianos Van Dyke Dodge today. This CBS Sports Minute is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings.
Sunday, the woman who helped the feds make one of the biggest insider trading busts in U.S. history. Plus, remembering Morley Safer. 60 Minutes, Sunday on CBS.
Detroit's home field advantage.
Welcome back to the show, 917. If you're just joining us, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call, Capital, all day long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Also, you can send us an email to mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. Of course, live in the studio, 248-539-9797. Always got tons to share with you if you're going to be buying a house or refinancing a house. Organizing your documents, Alex. I wrote a whole little paragraph on it because it truly has become the key to getting your mortgage done. There's about 6 to 7 items typically that most families need to get the approval letter in hand. And I'm talking about a real approval letter. And, you know, it goes from your tax returns and W-2s or 1099s to bank statements and pay stubs and things of this nature, driver's license, name and address of your past life. These simple stuff. If you can get, Alex, these 6 or 7 things together, you're on your way. You really are on your way to getting a real bona fide approval letter.
There's a couple of things that go along with the quick close. There's a direct correlation between a borrower that has good credit and is organized versus a borrower that has mediocre credit and is unorganized. And, you know, we have a couple of transactions going on right now, and, you know, some of the borrowers, they give me all their stuff, and it's you know, it's basically, it's what we call a one-touch underwrite, where it goes to underwriting, they look at it, they say, okay, fine, you're clear to close. The other times, you know, it goes to underwriting, and, you know, there's letters of explanation for, you know, what's this large deposit from? You know, why did you miss, you know, this payment on that? And it does take longer. And, you know, like, listen, my whole goal with every single client is to get you guys closed up and get you in your house. I mean, that's the entire transaction. And I mean, I personally, I don't care like where this deposit came from or that deposit came from, but Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and HUD and FHA, they want to know where it came from.
Well, you're the messenger.
Yeah, I mean, I'm stuck in the middle. I mean, I'm representing you. If you want to join the show, 248-539-9797. And, you know, like, I'm here to try to help facilitate your transaction. And, you know, it's funny, Dan, you and I have, you know, we've been good friends for a long time. And, you know, we have a great relationship. And you understand, you know, what basically what we go through.
Well, when we made the phone call the other day about a closing that's not going to happen right away, we both were on the same. We knew exactly what each other was going to say and do, and exactly what happened. We talked to the other agent, we talked to our client, and yeah, we were on the same page. And that really helps when trying to get things done and moving a deal forward.
Well, it always starts off with that communication. You got great communication in anything you're doing in life, you know, relationships or, you know, this transaction such as purchasing a home. It's key that all parties are on the same page and they have a plan of attack. The thing that holds us up, and we see that in across the nation in the mortgage world, is families that don't have their funds together or have muddied up their bank statements. So it's really key that you find out what all that means when you're purchasing a house. And like Alex said, we don't care so much that you might have had the cash under your bed for the last several years and been saving it. The problem is you can't use cash funds to close on a house. And if you do plan on doing that, then you got to get that money in the bank and have it seasoned in the bank. And then, of course, if the money's there and you're able to show your loan officer and input all that information, you're going to have a smoother process.
What is the seasoning period?
Well, typically 60 days. Yeah, 60 days. So as fair as anyone might be looking to purchase a house, let's say in August, if you have some cash money, you're getting money from some funky source, some source that can't even verify, maybe they have cash money, then you're going to want to hurry up and get that money in the bank ahead of time. Yeah, don't wait to find out that you did something wrong or you're not prepared for home ownership.
We should qualify that, though. You are able to get a gift letter from a relative.
Absolutely,
whoever, and go that way, right? That doesn't have
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, man.
Yeah, you can always do that.
You know, Danny, it's funny that there was a dude that used to work for you that I have to deal with right now, but just by pure coincidence. And I took the transaction. She's listening to the show and great person. Has a little kid. I mean, just and I took the deal and I knew it was gonna be a tougher deal. It's a very low credit score, not very low, but it's definitely low.
Lower than the norm.
Yeah, there's a co-signer involved. She's self-employed. There's a lot of moving parts in this transaction, and I took it just based. I mean, honestly, because quite frankly, I have a big heart. Like, she seems like a nice person, and and I told these guys, when I took the deal, listen, man, there's a lot of action on this transaction. It's going to take a while. It's not going to be it's not going to be a 25-day closing, bro. This guy. It's just it's like they're acting like I'm delaying this on purpose. So
you try to set the expectations of the transaction.
Hold on, time out. That was a comma, not a period.
Okay.
So
trying to help you out here.
So you need to help. Bro, you need to help me out. I need to help you out.
I'm going to help you out.
You see you a little off today? Yeah, right. Did you work out this morning or no?
I did.
Oh, good man.
Thank you.
So, long story short, or long story longer, I get everything done. I jump through all our hoops. I get everything, everything's all ready to roll. The sellers don't have clear title. They don't have payoffs on the seller's mortgage. And the lady that signed the seller's purchase agreement isn't authorized to sign for the seller.
She's not even the correct person to sign.
Not even the correct person to sign for it. So after all this BS...
I just threw my pen up.
Yeah, after all this BS, after 45 days, 50 days... I do everything. We're like, I have to get Harry and Dan involved, and Dan Burke, the other co-founder of Capital Mortgage, he's yelling at me like, Nafusi, why didn't you tell me this a month ago? Right. Everyone's doing everything. I get everything done, and the sellers are ready to close. How rare is it in this industry? The sellers are ready to close. I'm ready to give you a check for $150,000, and you're like, I'm sorry, I can't take the check yet.
And whose fault is that? That's
a listing agent's got to order the title insurance. Thank you.
Why would you wait? Hold on. Listen, I'm not a realtor. I don't pretend to be one. I mean, I did pass my driver's test when I was 16, so I know that exam's really hard. Why is a realtor? Wouldn't the first thing you ask your seller or potential someone's going to list your house? Like, hey, are you authorized to sell this house?
Anytime
you actually live here?
Yeah, you pull public record, which tells you who the owner on record is. And if you go there and the signature is different, you ask the question of, who are you and why are you signing when it says public record?
Exactly, right.
And that should be explained. And this day and age, the properties are selling so quick. We get title work when we list the property, preliminary title work. So we know where we stand. Are there any encroachments, any liens, anything like that? Because otherwise you're spinning your wheels. I mean, you guys like to talk to people, but unless at the end of the day, we're doing something in the positive move forward, why do it?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about writing the transaction and then closing the transaction is the key. It's not about putting the number on the stats. You can tell them at the sales meeting you got something going.
I sold it, but it didn't close.
248-539-9797. We got tons to share with you here. We're just getting things going. Let's move off to Troy and Mark. You've got a question about paying off a mortgage. Thanks, Mark. Go ahead.
I had a quick question for you. I put a lot of money into a brokerage account because I was told that it's better to do that than to throw it right at the balance of the house because the interest that you're paying on the house is tax deductible. And I'm wondering if that's accurate. Especially, I'm really wondering if it's accurate because of what the stock market's done in the last year. I mean, it's recovered now, but it hasn't made a lot, and I just want to know what you guys think about it.
I think, and that's a great question, Mark. I think here's what you have to look at, okay? So anytime you pay a debt off, you're seeing a return on that money based on the interest rate of the debt. So, for example, if you pay your mortgage off and your rate's, just for the sake of BS, 4% on a 30-year fixed, you're seeing a return on your money.
I'm at 3.25 right now, which is really good.
That's a good one.
So I mean, quite frankly, I think you're better at putting it in the stock market,
or some form of an investment that might.
Yeah.
Okay, because the way I'm set up now, without having to touch the brokerage accounts and CDs and that, I'm able to make about 4 or 5 extra house payments a year, and the place is worth about $320. I got it down. The mortgage is down right now to about $140.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing all the right stuff, Mark. I mean, and like with anything else, it's good to be diversified. You know, I mean, I think you're doing the right thing by making extra payments every month or every year on that. You said I think 4 or 5 payments a year. I mean, I would just put it aside. I mean, every time you take a paycheck, put X additional towards your principal balance and X to your financial advisor. And have him allocate those funds properly for you.
Yeah, I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah, because I'm thinking I'm in the right direction, but that's what I'm trying to do. Because basically I've set myself up to something that's comfortable for me, and every time my checking account hits $8,000, I toss another $2 at the mortgage.
You're doing some great stuff. Hey, we got to go to a break now. It's 9:26.
Thanks, Mark.
When we come back, all your calls, 248-539-9797.
97.1 The Ticket. Come celebrate spring at Ray Wiegand's Nursery, where you'll find your inspiration. Ray Wiegand's Nursery experts can help you create the best gardens and landscapes for your home. And right now, save on all 1, 2, and 3 gallon size perennials, all 25% off. Plus, all 1 gallon blooming dahlias, normally $12.99, are now only $9.99, over 20% off. And all of our annual packs with 15 plants, every variety, are only $6.99. Purchase 3 for $15. Plus, our entire selection of patio furniture and umbrellas are all 25% off. And remember, Ray Wiegand's Nursery has the largest selection of trees in Michigan. Right now, all potted Venus dogwood trees are now 20% off. And there's great savings on much more. Be sure to visit our website at WeegansNursery.com. Buy direct from the nursery. Ray Wiegand's Nursery, since 1960. In Macomb Township, on Romeo Plank Road, we make it worth the drive.
General RV has factory cash. General RV has RV manufacturers factory cash for new motorhomes, trailers, and fifth wheels, up to $10,000. So what are you waiting for? This Wednesday to Sunday, General RV is giving you the opportunity to get the RV you've always dreamed of. It's never been easier to get a great deal on a motorhome, trailer, or fifth wheel. Use your factory cash to get a trailer that you can tow with almost any vehicle for only $109 a month. Or use your factory cash for a well-equipped motorhome with room for the whole family for only $329 a month. General RV, the nation's largest family-owned RV dealer, is working with the best RV manufacturers to get you up to $10,000 RV factory cash. Payments are with 20% down plus tax and fees at 4.75 APR with approved financing for 120 or 180 months. See General RV for details. Save thousands this week at General RV in Wixom, White Lake, Brownstown, and Mount Clemens.
At Trader Joe's, we have a great time developing products that surprise us. We think when you walk into your neighborhood Trader Joe's, you should expect the unexpected. This is Tara Miller of Trader Joe's. Some things are so unexpected, we've actually named them that way. One thing, actually. Trader Joe's Unexpected Cheddar. Why unexpected? Well, it looks like an aged cheddar. At first bite, it tastes like an aged cheddar. And then something unexpected happens. The smooth creaminess of the cheddar gives way to a tangy flavor and slightly crumbly texture. A subtle hint of salt crystallization is discovered, and it begins to taste like an aged Parmesan. Surprising, astonishing, and unanticipated. Unexpected indeed. With Unexpected Cheddar, you get the best qualities of hard Italian cheeses and the best qualities of finely crafted American cheddar. Anywhere else, the price of $3.99 for each 7-ounce piece of this exquisite cheese would be an unexpected value. At Trader Joe's, value is one thing you can always expect. For the location of the Trader Joe's in your neighborhood, check us out at TraderJoe's.com. Thanks for listening.
Waiting to someone and then realizing you don't know them. Embarrassing. Walking through a screen door at a large party. Embarrassing. Talking to your doctor about your poop? Come on, it's your doctor. He's heard it all before. So don't keep a lid on it. Talk to your doctor if you have frequent diarrhea, unexplained weight loss, gas, bloating, or stomach pain. Because if you have just one of these symptoms, you could have a medical condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. It means your pancreas isn't making enough enzymes to break down the food you eat. But the good news is, EPI is a manageable condition. Go to identifyepi.com and take the symptom quiz. That's identifyepi.com. Print out your answers, bring it to your doctor, and just talk about your symptoms. Don't keep a lid on it. Talk to your doctor. Go to identifyepi.com to learn more.
Brought to you by AbbVie.
Your authorized Dodge dealer invites you to experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive today. Go to Dodge.com or visit your Dodge dealer to learn more about the exciting offers on Dodge's powerful lineup.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Tampa Bay over the Tigers 7-5 last night, snapping the Tigers' 4-game winning streak. Miguel Cabrera in defeat, homered twice, drove in 3. Cameron Maybin hitting 3 more hits. The problem, no starting pitching. The bugaboo for Anibal Sanchez continues to be the 6th inning. Removed and allowed 5 runs and 5+. Michael Fulmer tonight. Make that today. That's 4:10 right here on 97 on The Ticket. He's facing off against former Tiger Drew Smiley. Penguins fall at Tampa 4-3, evening the Stanley Cup Playoffs Eastern Conference Finals at 2. The Blues and Sharks do it tonight. Sharks a 2-win lead in the Western Finals. Blues making a goalie change. Jake Allen between the pipes tonight. Ben Crane a 1-shot lead through 2 rounds of the Byron Nelson Classic. Among others, he's ahead of Jordan Spieth and Sergio Garcia, 1 back. And the second leg of the Triple Crown today could be wet out there at the Preakness. Nyquist, the 4-5 favorite. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1theticket.com. Brought to you by Wendy's.
If you ever miss Valenti and Foster on 97.1 The Ticket, you can always hear their highlights at play.it, your new podcast network for best-in-class on-demand shows.
Welcome back to the show, 932. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call at Capital all day long. 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's 1-800-569-7283. Live here in the studio, we take your calls, 248-539-9797. And Mike from Walled Lake, you're up next. Good morning, Mike. Welcome to our show.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. What's up, man?
Hey, been throwing some ideas around here. I have about 1 year left on my my mortgage, my existing mortgage, due to be paid off in 2017. About a $19,000 balance. I really don't want to refinance. I'm thinking home equity, but I don't want to have my existing mortgage, which I got to pay on for another year yet, and take on a home equity at the same time. Could I take enough home equity to pay off the balance on the mortgage?
No, that's a terrible idea. Because so the way a mortgage is mathematically calculated, all the interest is front loaded. So when just for the sake of this analogy, if you take a $100,000 mortgage and the payment $600 a month, you're basically paying about $450 in interest and $150 towards the principal. So if you paid it all the way down to $19,000, you're probably paying if your payment's $500 a month, you're paying $450.
My pay. Oh,
Go ahead. You're fine.
My current payment is $1,293, but I've been doing. I have it set up so I'm paying every 2 weeks, so update the interest.
Yeah.
So I'm paying very little interest right now. I'm pretty much paying all principal. I assume.
No, just leave it alone, man. Just keep doing what you're doing and pay it off. Don't do anything.
Do you need money, Mike? Do you need some money to fix up the house? What do you got going on?
I did, and that was the problem. Inquired a little. Both my vehicles are paid for, and I inquired a little debt on the credit card to have some work done on both of them.
Okay.
I need new windows on the house, a little updating. I needed, around $50,000.
Okay.
I didn't want to refinance, for like $100, because I'm only hoping to be in the house for another 10 years, and be a retirement age and get into a condo or something.
I mean, rates are at all-time lows now. If you wanted to take out you're used to making a nice payment. So if you do end up, take a $75,000, $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 loan, you could do a 10-year fixed and pay it off over the next 10 years, or even like you do now, pay additional money and maybe set up an amortization chart to pay it off over the next 5 years. So, I mean, that's all in play for you. I like the idea of a fixed rate. Yeah. The home equity loan's not a bad choice. The closing costs are low on it, Alex, that's for sure.
But it's not a fixed rate.
But it's not fixed. And what people tend to do with these home equity loans is, and they want us to always refinance and consolidate them, is they never pay them off. They don't, because it's an open charge card. So they tend to leave them open and find reasons and excuses to put vacations on it and waive runners and all the fun stuff. You sound quite disciplined. I mean, financially savvy guy like you, maybe the home equity loan's not such a bad idea.
Yeah, like I said, the goal was, I'm pretty proud of the fact the house can be paid off in a year here. Mm-hmm. And, but like I said, if I do want to sell within 10 years, I do need some update. And I really didn't want to get into owing, like I said, another 100 or so on the house. I'd like to see it paid off within, 10 years. That's why I was leaning toward maybe getting a 5 or 10 year home equity. But, I guess there are some different options for me.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I wouldn't touch your primary mortgage right now, the one you owe $19,000 on. I would just keep paying that off and be done with it. I mean, if you want that safety net of a home equity line, I mean, yeah, take it. But I mean, just be cognizant. Don't run that up. That rate's, it's not a fixed rate. It's going to adjust with the prime rate, and you just make sure you do the right things. It sounds like you're doing everything right so far. You just keep doing what you're doing, man.
All right, appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks for listening, Mike. Appreciate the call. 248-539-9797. Nice to hear someone's got their feet grounded and has an idea of how to get things paid. I mean, he sounds like a younger guy, and he's got his house paid off. So, I mean, that is the goal. So anyone out there with a mortgage, we want to see one day where you don't have the mortgage, you have a roof over your head with no payment. That's going to help you with retirement. You talk about Social Security not being around. It's one of my fears is that all our
You're
generation...
right on that bubble, too, aren't you, man?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Been paying in it forever. Who knows? But it would be nice.
I won't see a dime.
Are you a baby boomer?
You never know. 248-539-9797. Let's move on to Taylor. We've got Ellen out there. Good morning, Ellen. Welcome to our show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a second home, and I currently have a home equity line of credit on it, and I want to get a mortgage on it. I want to get a fixed rate for 10 years, and I want to get a little more money out of it, but it's a manufactured home, and I'm having a problem.
Yeah.
Right, it's a trailer.
Well, that's a FHA loan on is it going to be an FHA loan? It's got a foundation is what you're saying, right?
It's on a foundation. It's on a permanent foundation. It's on private land. So what do I have to do? Is there a special lender that I have to go to or what?
Well, how much is the amount? First of all, let's start off with how much is the amount you're looking for?
Probably around 65 to 70.
And the value of the unit is how much? Like 100 plus?
Yeah, it's right around 100.
Okay. Well, you definitely have the loan to value there to pull some equity out. Typically, the considered FHA loans on the manufactured home, I'm not sure if you can do it because FHA has to be your primary residence and it's a rental. So that's
it's not a rental.
It's a vacation
it's just
home.
a vacation home. Just a vacation home.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Still can't go FHA. Got to be primary.
It's got to be a primary on that. Yeah. I don't. I wonder if there's a glitch on there. That's one thing you might have stumped us today. That's fine. We got to check it out.
It's actually not. Hold on. I got this, buddy.
You got it?
Yeah, I got this. So, Ellen, here's the thing. I mean, you can do it, but it's got to be permanently attached. I mean, it has to be. It can't have axles or license plate. I mean,
It doesn't have that.
Okay, so it's on a permanent foundation, correct?
Yes, and it's been attached to the land. Everything's all been. I did that when I got the home equity line of credit. I had to attach it to the land somehow with some kind of paperwork.
Yeah, so we have that. You need what you have to have is you need the HUD plate, HUD plate. So there should be a plate on there verifying that it's permanently attached, and it's a fairly standard transaction. There's a little more work to do. But it's actually pretty boring. So you can definitely do it.
You can get it done.
It's a regular conventional transaction. We can take the cash out and you'll be good to go.
Okay.
So I'll call after the show. I'm going to take care of for you.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for the call. She got one on me there. I didn't know if you could do a conventional style. Then you can. Great.
Yeah, no, you can. I mean, there's a couple adjustments. It's a little more expensive than a actual a house. But you can definitely do it. I mean, it's just different. I mean, unfortunately, the thing with the manufactured homes is it's kind of half like an auto loan. I mean, it's like it's a depreciating asset. Unfortunately, I mean, it's where
you own the land. The land goes up in value, but the house is usually not much.
It's a trailer. I mean,
all right. We sometimes sway people away from obviously buying those for lots of different reasons because most of the times they don't own the land. That's the key. 248-539-9797.
My buddy Perry was actually living in an RV for a while.
It's not the worst thing in the world. I had a client did that.
Yeah,
until the house was built.
He bought it from my buddy Kirk, and Perry was living in it for a while. So,
Dan, we talk about
it was beautiful.
Different views all day long.
Yeah, it was perfect, man.
Dan, we always talk about what's going on here locally in our economy. Of course, you're a real estate agent who's in the trenches every day. I mean, there's just not a lot of homes out there. So the multiple bids are still coming in. Of course, you're the Royal Oak area, up and down Woodward, Ferndale, the adjacent areas. What's the next? what is the next city? Where are people going to go to then?
I look at that quadrant of 696 and 75.
Hazel Park.
There you go. You have Royal Oak on one side. You have Ferndale. You've got Madison Heights, which is doing well, and then there's Hazel Park sitting there all alone. You can still get a $60,000, $70,000 home, and I think people are starting to look there where it's geographically it makes sense. I mean, you're 30 minutes anywhere from Metro Detroit, right?
That's the next. I'm telling you right now, I'm 100% positive.
And north is always better than south in most communities. So I think we're going to start to see people heading that way.
A lot of people they're basically priced out of Birmingham, Bloomfield, Royal Oak, Berkeley. Ferndale's getting pretty heavy.
Starter homes are tough.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of homes sitting around right now, like starter homes for $150,000.
And you know what?
They're just not there.
Right. And you know what happens is once one person moves in, starts to take care of it, and starts to get this pride of ownership, you start to see that snowball. And we see that happen in communities all over. Ferndale was the last one to go, years back. But you're right. Now that is getting to the point where it's not as affordable anymore.
Yeah, it's just top dollar. All right, 248-539-9797. We come back. All of your phone calls.
97.1 The Ticket.
Guys, cool it. We've got a ways to go still. The only good thing about being stuck in traffic on I-75 is knowing I just had my Valvoline Instant Oil change done. Drives like this can wear your engine down. And Dad's, too. Find one nearby at fullserviceoilchange.com.
Weingarts. Everything from lawn to snow.
Hi, I'm Dan Weingarts. For over 70 years, our family has been helping Michigan families like yours find everything you need to care for your lawn. Over the years, we've grown with you to offer the unbeatable selection of outdoor power equipment you've come to know and trust. And our experienced technicians and unmatched parts inventory keep your equipment running like new. Now through May 21st, during our Time to Mow sale, check out the full line of Honda outdoor power equipment. We've got Honda mowers that can switch from mulching to bagging at the flip of a lever, and generators that are both quiet and reliable. Best of all, they are all powered by durable, easy-to-start Honda engines. Our customers say they appreciate our great selection and honest answers. We're proud that these values have helped us become one of the top independent power equipment dealers in the country. Visit us in Utica, Farmington Hills, Cedar Springs, Clarkston, and Ann Arbor, or see all of our Time to Mow specials at Weingarts.com. From our family to yours, thank you for letting us serve you.
Weingarts. Everything from lawn to snow.
With Wow Choice, you can build your own plan. Just pick an internet speed, choose a cable package, and keep adding. So whether your name is Mr. Seymour Cat Videos,
Aw, little bitty kitty cats.
Ms. I'm a Gamer,
Activate power shields and wizard spells.
or Ms. Lift a Post,
Hashtag dinner, y'all.
there's a plan with your name on it. Like if you only want internet, get 30 megs for just $24.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Or build your own package. That's Wow Choice. Offer subject to change. Certain restrictions apply. Visit Huawei.com for service descriptions, terms, and conditions.
Ever wonder what DTE Energy does to keep natural gas safe and reliable? Well, Joe from DTE is here to tell us.
Hi there.
Hey, Joe. So what are you guys doing over there?
We work hard to improve and modernize our natural gas system to prevent leaks and keep the service reliable. We have 1.2 million customers counting on us, so it's very important.
So how do you keep the system up to date?
We use advanced technologies to inspect nearly 10,000 miles of pipeline each year and modernize about 100 miles annually.
Wow. So just in case a natural gas leak happens, what should we look out for?
DTE adds an ingredient that makes the natural gas smell like rotten eggs. Other signs of a leak include hissing sounds, bubbling in wet areas, and discolored vegetation in an otherwise green area.
And what should we do if we suspect a leak?
Don't use any electronic devices or open flames. Leave the area immediately and call DTE Energy at 800-947-5000, 24 hours a day.
It's good to know that DTE is doing everything they can to keep natural gas safe. DTE Energy. Know your own power.
To get the most out of your road trips, get-togethers, and family picnics this summer, start by saving at Bell Tire's More is Less Memorial Day sale. The more you buy, the more you save. First, save with the lowest tire price period. Plus, up to an extra $120 off a set of 4 tires. Save more with up to $160 off a set of 4 tires and custom wheels. Or save the most with up to $260 off when you buy 4 tires, 4 wheels, and 4 shocks or struts. That's right. During Bell Tire's More is Less Memorial Day sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Up to $120 off a set of 4 tires. Up to $160 off a set of 4 tires and custom wheels. Or up to $260 off 4 new tires, custom wheels, and shocks or struts. So get in gear and get to Bell Tire's big More is Less Memorial Day sale. Because summer will soon be in full swing. And we've got the savings to help you get where you're going and enjoy it. only at
Bell Tire. For a limited time, it's Bell Tire's More is Less Memorial Day sale. The more you buy, the more you save. For the Bell Tire near you and sale details, go to belltire.com. Hurry, don't miss it.
The Tampa Bay Rays are in town, and 97.1 The Ticket will be all over Comerica Park all weekend. Pat Caputo will be broadcasting from Gate A Sunday. Look for the Ticket Chicks and the Street Team. You can enter to win the Michigan Lottery's Hit 100 $2 instant game. Win up to $50,000. Get a Hit Games ticket and put some play in your day. Plus, you can register to win tickets to see the Tigers take on the White Sox. Courtesy of Chevrolet, the official sponsor of the Detroit Tigers. Call 866-66-TIGER or visit tigers.com for your tickets to any Tigers home game.
The station where your opinion matters.
97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show, 946. If you're just joining us, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. We're open at Capital all day long at 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's 1-800-569-7283. Always live in the studio at 248-539-9797. Tons to share with you still. Let's keep the calls rolling. We've got Dave out in Sterling Heights. Thanks for calling in, Dave. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. What's going on, man?
Okay, I have a situation, a question that I need an answer to. I'm 68 years old. I have a mortgage, $87,000 mortgage balance, and it's a 5% loan. I have 20 years left on a 30-year fixed. I checked with a mortgage company, and I could get a 15-year fixed for 3%, and my payment would be about $100 more. My question is, should I go through the trouble of refinancing for that 2%, or just pay another $100 a month on my existing mortgage, keeping in mind I'll probably be 83 years old by the time this mortgage is paid off.
Dave, I actually would like to have you take a look at a 10-year fixed. I think that'd be a little better way to go, because you have 20 years left on the mortgage right now. You'll save 120 payments by going to a 10-year. I don't know that the calculation of going from a 30 to a 15-year is right, because if you're at 5% right now, a 10-year fix is actually below 3%. Your payment should stay about the same.
That's the payment excluding taxes and insurance, of course.
Right, yeah. No, I understand. I mean, I'd like to take a look at a 10-year, man. I think you should absolutely go that route. Anytime you can, I'm a huge fan of, the way that I was raised is, the whole point of a loan is to pay it off. So if we can cut that term from 20 years to 10 years, I think it's a great way to go. And if we can keep the payment about the same, I mean, are you still working or are you retired?
I work part-time. Pretty much retired, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to just go to a 10-year and get that thing paid off, man, and be done with it, dude. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah, if your cash flow is good, could you afford the extra $100 a month?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I would go that route, man. You said you're just 68, you said?
68 years old, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, go to a 10-year, be done by the time you're 78. I mean, you'll be got another 20 years that, you can live, live basically, no mortgage free.
You live high off the hog, huh?
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
living large.
Absolutely, man. I'll call you for the show roads numbers for you, but I like the 10-year, man, better than the 15-year.
Yeah, Dave, let us get a shot at your mortgage. Maybe we can save you some money on closing costs and such.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave. I'll call you in about 20 minutes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, I like to hear those calls. Financial literacy always is the plan. It's constantly changing. Your life changes. You got marriage, securing financial futures for the ones you love, setting up some goals. Communicate that with your family is always a very important thing. The goals or priorities change quickly, though. Again, you start off, you're married, and that changes things, and then you have a child, and that changes things also. And you got to worry about education and how you're going to plan for your retirement as you grow older with children, and are you going to plan a wedding and things of that nature. So, it's constantly changing, but the literacy of your financial plan is something that you got to really stay on top of. And, whether you're 68 or 28 years old, things you do now can really set you up a little bit better for the future.
Well, I think one of the good things you can do is, you're never too young to start planning, for your retirement and for your future. And, I was fortunate enough to sit down with a financial advisor. I think, gosh, I had to be 22. I mean, I was just out of college, and we put a plan together, and it worked out great. I mean, you start saving at 22. By the time you're, by the time you're 37, by the time you're my age, you really have, a huge nest egg. You're doing all the right things.
Home ownership at that young age is great. I mean, we have people now coming in the office that just got their first job, and they're smart. They're not renting, stayed at mom and dad's, and now buying a home. I mean, we got one of our clients. I ran in the bar the other day. Sold him a house 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where'd you see him?
Oak City.
Yeah, shocking.
Through one of you guys did the deal. He has about 150 in equity from buying 2 years ago already.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Called you up. Stacy and Andy.
Yep. I got you.
So they called apparently and refinanced, went down to 20-year loan. So they're happy as can be, but might move up again. Now they're thinking about doing another move.
You're seeing more of those situations right now because any family that bought really since 2008, I mean, you pretty much stole the place. Those are record lows. When the market's bad is when you buy. It's always the opposite, right?
It seemed dire at the time, right? Now it was opportunities.
Boy, oh boy. All right, hey, cash out refinances. I mean, that's what's happening right now. As we talk about, everyone's got this built-in equity now. It's allowing your neighbors and your clients in the community to maintain the functionality of their home. I mean, so many people were letting their homes be neglected. They were underwater. They don't, hey, who wants to put a new roof on when you find out that your house is already not worth what you owe on it? That makes sense. But families now are doing the big jobs. You get the roofs are being done, kitchens, bath, floors. That housing crisis of 2006 and 7 caused a lack of those single-family homes. And what it's created is what we're really dealing with here in Southeast Michigan. There's just no inventory. So, again, get that approval letter. We want to continuously stress that. Get that approval letter. Sit down with real mortgage professionals, and we'll set you up with some of the top-notch real estate agents all across Southeast Michigan that will get out there and show you different homes. And I think once you start walking to these homes, you can pretty much get a plan together of how much money it's going to take to purchase the house, how much money you might even need to fix something up. And again, this sort of segues into the conversation about 203K and all sorts of different mortgage options.
Well, there's different communities have different rules, and there's not Royal Oak, Birmingham, but there's something called city certs, which means you have to have an inspection by that city prior to selling your house. Grosse Pointe has them, Dearborn, Detroit has them. So these items need to be fixed up prior to transfer of title. So we're finding that, those 203K programs work. You can actually have the issue addressed by saying it will be done with a certain amount of time and talking to the city and allowing that done after the purchase.
I'm sorry, go ahead. As much as a lender, that was a period?
Yes.
Thank you. By the way, that's Broski's line. He does that. My father says to me all the time.
That was a comma.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I know you only got me once today.
He's like, Alex, that was a comma, not a period. I'm going to finish my story. So, yeah, it's my dad's line. I got to give him props for that. But as much as those, as a lender, the city search is another hoop I have to jump through. As a homeowner, I think it's a great thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, communities, I'm surprised Grosse Pointe has them. It's usually for communities that are a little bit not as affluent, right? And so they want to make sure their homes stay in good condition.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, yeah. Dude, I don't care who's listening right now. Everybody has that one house on their street that you're like, I hate this guy. Like his yard looks like crap. Like his roof's falling in. I mean, dude, that drives me nuts. I mean, out of all the houses on my block,
there's one.
Well,
$500,000 subdivisions have these, by the way. You're like, oh boy.
Well, they have
nice lawn.
They have associations that can hopefully fix those issues. That's where the problem with Birmingham or Royal Oak, there's no association fees, so you have to count on your city to make sure that they're doing what needs to be done.
Yeah, we talk about the inventory all the time. New listings in April fell 1.1% from a year ago. That information came from Redfin. Extremely low inventory, 4 months supply, and I think the normal months of supply is like between 6 and 8. So pretty interesting out there. Step-up buyers can't find what they want. So sometimes, hey, there's a lot of families out there that are thinking about moving, but they go on and they say, damn, I can't find what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and it works for a seller, right? It's a seller's market. Yeah. So sometimes when we list a property, we not only look at sales, we look at what's active. And if there's not a lot of supply, let's jump that price up. I was worried about appraisal, but let's figure that out. Let's put the number higher, inflate it, get some offers, and then worry about that when the time comes.
Someone's willing to overpay for the house. We talk all so often about the fact that, again, you got your appraised value of a home is what we lend on, the appraisal. But homes are selling for a little bit more because there's just not supply and demands there. Do you have the extra money and the plan together to go ahead and purchase that house $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 over appraised value? If you do, that's going to set you apart, and you're going to get that house. And when you're talking about raising your family, $10,000 over the next 20 years isn't a lot of money.
This is the one thing, and again, I'm not a fan of overpaying for anything, but this is the one example that I would encourage people to overpay for a house. Is that if you're buying a house, let's just say for $300,000, if the house comes in at $270,000 and you're going to think you have to do $40,000 worth of work, overpay for it because you can move right into it, man. Construction sucks. I mean, listen, I love my contractors and all my guys, but I mean, dude, going through that is not cool.
It only took you a year to finish that extra bathroom in your house. Not too bad.
It took Natalie. It took her like 3 months, but it's amazing now. You should come use it one day.
Hey, I will. Thank you for that invite. Hey, that music says it's the end of our show. A lot of fun with you guys. We want to thank Dan Davinsky from coming in. Skyward. All right, Skyward Realty, downtown Roy Luck. Go say hi to Dan over there in Washington, right around the corner from Oak City Grill. He's sometimes over there too. And of course, Alex Nafusi. I'm Harvey Freed. We will see you next Saturday. Keep it here. You got Pat Caputo coming up with sports, social commentary, and a whole lot more.
The preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.